Well, good evening. I just wanted to say that I've enjoyed making these videos so far. Even though that not very many people are looking at them, it really doesn't matter. A few people are, and they're making themselves known to me in one form or another. And I think that that's the only thing that really counts. If you've got 25 million viewers and so forth, I can't really handle that kind of thing, but just one or two or three people keep in touch with me. I kind of like that. One of the things that I enjoy very much is to remember how things used to be and what things are like now. And I can only speak for myself. I've been alive for about 6 decades plus 3 years. And I've seen a lot of changes in my own life, seen a lot of changes in society. I'll just talk about 2 changes right now that have concerned me in particular. One is the fact that I was a heavy drinker for about 11 years. Drank a lot. Can't tell you how much. For 11 years, it's very difficult to say what was real and what wasn't, and I don't remember much of it. But I do remember some things, and I remember waking up on a cold November morning, mainly because I was shivering and so badly that there was no way that I could remain asleep, even though I was dead drunk. And that probably saved me from freezing to death. But that wasn't the worst of it. Things got much worse after that. And finally, as a result of the compulsions of changing environment and pressures and events that happened, crossing at a certain point, I was forced to make a decision that changed my entire life, which was to stop drinking. The same thing happened with smoking. I smoked for the same amount of time, well, actually a little bit longer, about 12 years or so, and I stopped smoking in 1980. I got up to about 3 packs of cigarettes a day. At one point, I couldn't sleep at night without smoking 3 or 4 cigarettes to get me to the point where I could fall asleep. And then sometimes I'd wake up halfway through the night, have to smoke a couple of cigarettes to go back to sleep. I think Dick Cavett was interviewing a novelist once who said that while he was in the smoking habit, he had gotten to the point where he couldn't write a paragraph without smoking a cigarette, and then he couldn't write a sentence without smoking one, and then finally a word. So basically what had happened was smoking cigarettes had taken the place of thinking. Now for me, I really can't say that. It probably was getting to the point where smoking was taking the place of sleeping and resting, though, and I don't know where that would have led. So I've been without cigarettes since 1980, so it's about 29 years, and without drinking since 1977, so that's, about 32 years. Things have been good and bad in the meantime. It's not been paradise. I've had to deal with things without hobbling around on a crutch of either alcohol or cigarettes, and I've had to face life unanesthetized and try to face things down exactly as they are. I hope you'll forgive me for staggering over some of these words, but I know that this isn't coming across exactly the way I would like, but I can only say that in my own life, stopping these 2 habits have been a great benefit to me. I have a feeling that it probably gave me a few years and helped me to think about the fact that we are our own worst enemies sometimes. Well, I'm going to let it go at this point and call it a night. I've been watching some of these videos now for a couple of months. I'm really fascinated by some of the arguments and the opinions that people have. It's helped me to coalesce some of my own ideas and to reject some and accept others, and to start taking a look at the fact that I probably need to accumulate more knowledge so that I can have a little bit different perspective on the world, something more concrete, something I can get my hands around, something I can really think about and apply to everyday life. So I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to try to live that way more than I have in the past, and appreciate the relationships that I have more than I have in the past. I don't think that I've been grateful enough for the small things. When I think about the fact that I live in relative luxury compared to most other people in the world, I don't have to, I don't have to go through a lot of struggle to get something to eat, something to wear, and something to live under. I think I'm greatly humbled, and I feel greatly humbled by that sometimes. It could be much, much worse, believe me. I've been around different parts of the world. I see how other people live, and I understand it, even in my own country, in this country. So, if you're in good circumstances tonight, you've had enough to eat, something to wear, and you're sleeping inside somewhere, be grateful for that, because it doesn't have to be that way. That could change tomorrow morning, just like our lives can end in the next moment. So make the most of it. If there's something that you wanted to do, or some project that you wanted to launch on, some educational goal that you wanted to follow, get started on it. That's all.